The international community has spoken frequently against the illegal and dangerous actions of the North Korean regime. For many years, there have been numerous UN sanctions against North Korea, but they have been insufficient to get them to change their destructive course. So in order to have an impact, in order to move North Korea off its military escalation, we must do more. We will not look exclusively at North Korea. We will look at any country that chooses to do business with this outlaw regime. We will not have patience for stalling or talking our way down to a watered-down resolution. Yesterday's ICBM escalation requires an escalated diplomatic and economic response. Time is short. Action is required. The world is on notice. If we act together, we can still prevent a catastrophe, and we can rid the world of a grave threat. If we fail to act in a serious way, there will be a different response.
Right, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well, and Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing this truth in sincerity across the four winds. I just want to get into a video. It's going to be focused on this news that's come out a few days ago. Basically, you got all of these nations. Basically, they've made a new treaty to form the beginning of trying to do away with nuclear weapons, man. Right now, straight away, we already know that this is not going to happen, man. Right? Esau is never going to, do away with his nuclear technology, man. Right? That the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, has given him the power to make, which we're going to go into that in the scriptures also. It's impossible, man. That's not going to happen, man. Number one, it goes against prophecy, right? It goes against the prophecy of the Holy Scriptures, man. The King James Bible. Certain prophecies in the Bible must come to pass, man. And one of those prophecies is World War III. World War III is spoken of in the Bible, man. That nuclear annihilation of America, which is Babylon, is actually going to come to pass, man. Right? And all these other nations that's now speaking of coming together and trying to do away with nuclear weapons, those are the same nations that are going to indeed do away with America, man. Right? And in turn, this World War III is going to pop off and all nations are going to be destroyed, man. There's going to be war all over the earth. Right? That fire of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to consume many nations, man. Right? Because that fire is going to be used as a cleansing agent to, get rid of this kingdom, man. This kingdom's going to pass away. And it's going to pass away with nuclear fire, man. Right? Now, for what I know, I think 122 nations have basically come together. 120 nations. I think it's been updated to 122 at the moment. Have basically come together, sign this treaty in the bid to, do away with nuclear weapons, man. Now, none of these nations are actually going to do that, man. And I can tell you right now, Russia, America, China, North Korea, Iran, none of them are going to sign this treaty to do away with nuclear weapons, man. Right? Because that goes against the prophecy. And you can't upset the prophecy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. There's no way that you can do that, man. So this is just another, an act from Esau trying to go on like he's righteous, trying to go on like he's trying to do the right thing, man. Because that's what Esau's always done, man. Given the appearance that he is an angel. Right, but the scriptures tell you that he is actually Satan, man. He is the devil, right? Trying to transform himself into an angel of light, right? And this is part of that, man, right? Trying to go on like he's actually trying to make a difference in the world, with all these charities that he has, feed the poor, send money over here, send money over there. You got charities for the dogs. You got all sorts of charities out there, man. It's all to try and mask the wickedness of the elites and of the so-called white man and Edom as a whole, right? They always do these things, man, trying to make it look like they're concerned with the well-being of the world and its inhabitants, man. But really, They couldn't give two shits, man. Right? And their end agenda is to have everyone chipped anyway and have you as slaves. Right? Now they know that, you know, these nuclear weapons, man, there's no one that's going to win this war, man. Right? If Russia has nuclear weapons, if China has nuclear weapons, if Iran has nuclear weapons, when one of those nuclear weapons, you know, especially you got the Satan II, you got all kinds of nuclear weapons out there. You got all kinds of ballistic missiles out there, man. Right? They cause great damage. So there's no one nation that would win that war, man. Right? The only person that's going to win that war is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai when he intervenes. Because Esau is impulsive. He's a self-destruction maniac, man. Right? You cannot win a war when both sides have the same weapons, man. Right? Because both sides are going to get a chance to throw their shot, man. And because the weapons that they have are so devastating, none of those nations are going to win, man. So Esau is indeed destroying himself. Right? If Satan be cast against Satan, how should his kingdom stand? Well, it won't stand, man. The only kingdom that's going to stand and be built up after this destruction is the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? Now, I just want to get into the scriptures quickly. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So that's what they're trying to do now, man. They're trying to make that peace and safety. Right? But that sudden destruction is on its way, man. Right? Because tensions are rising, man. Right? The temperature's rising right now, man. There's all kind of prophecies popping off. There's all kinds of death out there, man. There's all kinds of talks of wars of rumors of wars that it speaks of in the New Testament. But they're all here and they're waiting to be unleashed, man. Right? As travail upon a woman with child, then they shall not escape, man. So there's no escaping this judgment that's about to commence on the world right now, man. Right? There is no escaping it, man. Because it's the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. World War III is predicted in the scriptures, man. Right? This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second war has passed. Talking about World War II. War means destruction. And behold, the third war cometh quickly, man. So now we're now in that season when the third war, the third destruction, World War III, is coming quickly. Right? If you pay attention to the news, you can see that World War III is about to commence, man. But really, it's already started. But at the moment, it's just a lot of shit talking and threats being made at the moment, man. But that's how any fight starts in general, man. That's how boxing fights start, man. You start talking shit. You start doing the press conferences. You know, you start taunting your enemy. That's what's happening right now, right? So don't think that just because that's happening for a long period of time, which really isn't a long period of time, man. Because our time and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's time is two different things, man. Right? Just don't get trapped up in this world thinking that, you know, it's going to be a long time until that happens, man. Because we in the midst of them talking shit and making threats toward each other, which means what? Which means that war is going to pop off at any time, man. Right? You can wake up in the morning and you know, Russia's sending a missile over to America, then things are going to change dramatically, man. But before that, various things have to take place, man. You know, the RFID chip has to be instituted to the people, right? Things like this can happen overnight. All it takes is a great catastrophe to happen and the people get put into a state of fear and they're ready to take that chip. People don't understand how fast these prophecies can come to pass, man. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So the smith, man, so the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has created these nuclear missiles, man, right? These intercontinental ballistic missiles, they've been created by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to bring forth this destruction that's going to happen, to purify the earth with fire, man. Fire is the greatest cleansing agent that you can get. So the Lord created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, man. It's not Yahweh. It's not Esau that's created these weapons, man. It's the Lord that's given him the know-how and the wisdom to create these instruments of destruction for his own purpose, to ultimately exalt his name, right? So that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's the Lord that's going to actually make this thing happen, man. World War III is unavoidable. You cannot avoid World War III. It will commence, and it will commence very soon, man. And it will end the regime and kingdom of the so-called white man, you biblical Edomites. Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. Right? And how's the Lord speaking right now? The Lord is speaking through his prophets on the highways and the byways, man. We're the one telling you that this earth is going to get destroyed. Right? We're the ones telling you that World War III is about to commence. We're the ones telling you that there's going to be great famine and death upon the world like never before. We're the ones telling you all these things, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So shall my word go out of my mouth, go forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. Meaning that once Yahweh Hashem Yahushai makes a statement, right, makes a judgment, that's not going to come back to him void, man. Right? But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, these prophecies are going to accomplish and they're going to prosper, right, in this world, man. Because the Lord is controlling both sides of the chessboard, man. Right? He's controlling both sides. There's no way you can upset the prophecy and cause something else to happen that's outside of the prophecy. You can't do it, man, because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is indeed in control of all things. When you're moving both sides of the chessboard, you're controlling who's going to win, man. You're controlling who's going to win. You're controlling who's going to lose, man. You're controlling, what country's going to launch that missile first. All of these things are in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is why it's evident that it will happen. And in return, what's going to happen? Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14, it says, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near and hasteneth greatly. So again, that great day of that destruction, that death is very near, man. Right? Even the voice of the day of the Lord and the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, and a day of wasteness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. What's going to cause that darkness and gloominess? That nuclear fire, that smoke, man. Right? The sun is going to be covered with this nuclear fire, man. You're not even going to be able to see the sun in that day. What you're going to be having around is that nuclear gas, man. Right? Gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, man. That darkness that's so thick that you can feel it, man. Right? A day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the night towers, man. So that's what we are currently commencing into, man. We coming into this, man. Right? That death and destruction is coming upon the earth, man. And if you ain't right with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're gonna get caught up, all up in that, man. Right? But this whole thing of these nations, right, trying to, get rid of the nuclear weapons, that's gonna come to naught, man. Right? And you're gonna see that this story over the coming weeks is going to commence and nothing's actually going to come of it, man. Even if they actually sign the treaty, the prophecy still stands, man. Because they ain't going to keep to the treaty. They're still going to let them nuclear weapons fly, man. You really think Russia and America are going to hand over the nuclear weapons or dispose of them? It's not possible, man. It's not going to happen, man. Right? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is controlling both sides, man. And with that, I'll say Shalom.